fourth unit in mathematics paper 2A is theory of equations. This unit weightage, one long question, one very short question, total 9 marks. In this unit, this unit theory of equations is the extension of the end quadratic expressions. So in the quadratic expressions, the degree of the polynomial is 2. In the quadratic expressions, we are discussing about higher powers. So in the quadratic expression, at most the quadratic equation which containing roots 2. In the theory of equations based upon the degree. So the number of roots of a equation which is based upon the degree. So for example, I am taking x power 5 plus 7x cube minus 3x square plus 4 equal to 0. So this equation which containing roots 5. So whether those are real roots or not. So the highest power of this equation is equal to 5. So it contains 5 roots. So what is the highest power? X power 5. This is the highest power. So what is the highest power coefficient? 1. If the highest power coefficient is equal to 1, then the polynomial is called monic polynomial. One more time. So here the highest power is 5. The degree of the polynomial is 5. So the highest power x power 5, the coefficient of x power 5 equal to 1. So if the highest power coefficient is equal to 1, then the polynomial is called monic polynomial. So I am taking 2x cube plus 7x square minus 9x plus 4 equal to 0. So this is the cubic polynomial. Highest power is equal to 3. Highest power coefficient 2. So since it is equal to 2, it is not a monic polynomial. Next, so some more properties we discussed, so far. Factor theorem and remainder theorem. What is factor theorem? If we dividing any polynomial with x minus a, any polynomial p of x with x minus a, then the remainder is p of a. If we are dividing polynomial p of x with x minus a, then the remainder is p of a. And if we dividing p of x with x minus a, the remainder p of a is equal to 0, then x minus a is factor of p of a. This is factor theorem. One more time. P of x is a polynomial. We are dividing with x minus a, then the remainder is p of a. This is remainder theorem. If we are dividing p of x with x minus a, then we will get the remainder p of a. If it is equal to 0, then the divisor is called factor. Then x minus a is the factor of p of x equal to 0. If we are taking equation p of x equal to 0. Okay, so this is the factor theorem and remainder theorem. Zeros of the polynomial. So in already 10th class, so if it is a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c and zeros are alpha and beta, then what are the conditions? So if you are taking ax square plus bx plus c is a polynomial, alpha and beta are the zeros, then alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a, alpha beta equal to c by a. If it is a cubic polynomial, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. So this is a cubic polynomial. Alpha, beta, gamma are the zeros. Here we call it as roots. Alpha, beta are the zeros or roots. Alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to minus b by a. Alpha, beta plus beta, gamma plus gamma alpha equal to c by a. Alpha, beta, gamma equal to minus b by a. Alternative minus plus minus will come. If we are taking biquadratic equation also, we are getting 4 zeros. Ax power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e. So we are taking the biquadratic equation. It is nothing but degree 4. So the roots are alpha, beta, gamma. I am taking one more delta. So alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta equal to minus b by a. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma delta plus alpha gamma plus alpha delta, alpha beta, alpha gamma, alpha delta. Next beta gamma, beta delta. Next gamma delta, already we wrote. So this is equal to C by A. Next alpha beta gamma, sum of products of three roots. Now this is sum of product of two roots. Alpha beta gamma, alpha beta delta. Next alpha gamma delta plus beta gamma delta equal to minus b by e. Next alpha beta gamma delta, this is product of roots. Next delta by, so e by a. So alternative minus plus minus plus minus plus, so like this will come. Okay, so this is for quadratic, this is for cubic, this is quadratic, this is cubic, this is power 4 biquadratic. We are finding roots. So what is the general form of a equation? So general form of polynomial a naught x power n plus a1 x power n minus 1, a2 x power n minus 2 plus up to so on plus an. This is the general quadratic polynomial. So here we are taking it is in the equation equating to 0. So the general equation, the general polynomial of nth degree a0 x power n plus a1 x power n minus 1 plus a2 x power n minus 2 plus up to so on an. So this is general polynomial of degree n, not quadratic, degree n. So this is of degree n when it is possible the highest power coefficient not equal to 0, a0 not equal to 0. So we are finding the relation between zeros, it is nothing but roots and coefficients. So I am taking first one. How many roots it contains? N roots. Let alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 up to so on alpha n are roots. Now first sigma alpha, it is nothing but alpha plus beta plus gamma. Alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 plus up to so on alpha n. We are writing it as S1 also. S1 equal to alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus up to so on. Here alpha plus beta, here alpha plus beta plus gamma, alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta. Similarly, alpha 1 to alpha n, sum sigma alpha we are repeating, or sigma alpha 1 equal to minus second highest power minus a1 by a0. Next S2, S2 equal to sum of products of 2 at a time, alpha 1, alpha 2. Alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 1, alpha 3, alpha 1, alpha 4, like that all the products of 2 terms products, which is equal to next highest power a2 by a0. Next S3, 3 at a time products, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 equal to next minus a3 by a0. So in all these common denominator a0. In numerator first single a1, product of 2 a2, product of 3 a3. Similarly Sn. So Sn is nothing but some product of all. So alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 up to so on alpha n. If we are taking this denominator also a0, numerator an. So 3 a3, 2 a2, 1 a1, n an. And if we are considering the sign a1 minus a2 plus a3 minus, so simply minus 1 power 1 minus 1 square minus 1 cube minus 1 power n. So this is the n. So this is the relationship between roots and coefficients when the general form is given. So if it is monic polynomial, monic means highest power coefficient should be 1. So I am taking monic x power n plus p1 x power n minus 1 plus p2 x power n minus 2 plus up to so on pn. This is the monic polynomial because highest power x power n coefficient is equal to 1. So this is monic polynomial. If we are taking this monic polynomial, so first roots alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 up to so on alpha n. So these are the roots. Now S1 equal to sigma alpha 1, second highest power P1 minus P1 by 1, simply minus P1. S2 sigma alpha 1 alpha 2, product of 2, sum of products of 2. We are 2 taking and producting, doing product and adding. Next, so this is equal to next P2 positive. Next S3 sigma alpha 1 alpha 2 alpha 3 equal to P3 sin minus. Next, if we are taking S4 sigma alpha 1 alpha 2 alpha 3 alpha 4, so this is P4 positive. So like that we are taking Sn. Sn is not sum of n, so it is product of all. So alpha 1 alpha 2 up to so on alpha n, we are taking Pn, but we don't know whether it is minus or plus, simply based upon n minus 1 whole power n. So if n is odd number, then we are getting minus. If n is even number, we are getting positive. So this is the relationship between roots and coefficients of a given equation. Okay, so this is the relation. So this is for general equation of nth degree. This is the monic polynomial. Monic polynomial is nothing but highest power coefficient should be equal to 1. Another method or synthetic division method. So here we are dividing a polynomial with another polynomial. How we will get it? So I am taking a polynomial a0 x power n plus a1 x power n minus 1 plus a2 x power n minus 2 plus up to so on plus an. So this is the polynomial if we are taking equation of nth degree. Okay, I am dividing this polynomial with x minus a. What happened? So already you know the division in 10th class, how you are dividing. So here I will take some the different way. So I am taking a0, a1, a2, a3 up to so on an. So if we are dividing with x minus a, we should keep x equal to a. First we are taking this one is equal to 0. So whatever we are getting, I am taking b0. Actually we are adding. This is already equal to a0. We know this is a0. So I am taking it as b0. A into b0. A b0. If we are adding this one, we don't know the result. I am taking b1. A into b1. A b1. If we are adding the result, I am taking b2. A into b2. A b2. If we are adding, I am taking b3 like that. So previously, before this one, bn minus 1. A into bn minus 1. A bn minus 1. If we are adding, what will we get? So this is the remainder. So this is the division. So to understand in the better way, I am taking one example. X cube plus 7x square plus 5x plus 4 with x minus 2 I am dividing. I want to dividing x minus 2. So what we done in 10th class, once we recall, x cube plus 7x square plus 5x plus 4 when we are dividing with x minus 2. So I am writing quotient here and remainder. X cube by x, x square, x into x square, x cube, minus 2 into x square, minus 2x square, minus plus x cube cancel, 7x square plus 2x square, 9x square, plus 5x keeping down, 9x square by x, 9x, x into 9x, 9x square, minus 2 into 9x, minus 18x, minus plus 9x square getting cancelled, 5x plus 18x, 23x. Next, keeping 4 down, 23x by x, 23, x into 23, 23x, minus 2 into 23, minus 46, minus plus 23x cancel, 4 plus 46, 50, So the remainder is 50. X minus 2 is not factor of given polynomial. Okay, if the remainder is equal to 0, then it is a factor. Okay, what is the quotient? Quotient is x square plus 9x plus 23. What is the remainder? 50. I want to write the quotients now. First 1, 7, 5, 4. So x cube quotient 1, x square quotient 7, x quotient 5, constant 4. So we are dividing with x minus 2. That's why I am taking x equal to 2. If we divide with x plus 2, I am keeping x equal to minus 2. So initially we should take 0. 1 plus 0, adding, not subtracting. 1 plus 0, 1. 2 into 1, 2. 7 plus 2, 9. 2 into 9, 18. 5 plus 18, 23. Next, 2 into 23, 46. If we are adding 4 plus 46 equal to 50. So 50 is the remainder. Here also remainder 50. Now, if we observe in this one from constant x square, 1 into x square plus 9 into x, 9x plus 23. So 23, x square plus 9x plus 23 is quotient and remainder 50. So in this remainder 50, x square plus 9x plus 23 is the quotient. So this is the easiest way than this. And to understand betterly, I will take one more example. So I don't want to do by division. So I want to take x power 5 plus 3x cube minus x square plus 7. So this I am taking. We are dividing with x plus 3. I want to divide with x plus 3. So what is the quotient? What will be the remainder? So in which method? Synthetic division or Harner method. So I want to write the quotient. What is the highest power? X power 5 quotient 1. Next highest x power 5, later x power 4. Is there any x power 4? No, I am taking 0. X power 4 quotient. X cube quotient 3. After x power 4, x cube. After x cube, x square. X square quotient minus 1. After x square, x constant. X quotient 0. Constant 7. We should keep write like this. If we unable to write 0, it will be mistake. So definitely you must write zeros. Whenever the terms is not containing, you should write 0. Next, x plus 3. I am taking x equal to minus 3. So if it is plus 3, I am taking minus 3. Initially we should keep 0. 1 plus 0, 1. Minus 3 into 1, minus 3. 0 minus 3, minus 3. Minus 3 into minus 3, plus 9. We are adding 3 plus 9, 12. Minus 3 into 12, minus 36. Minus 1, minus 36, minus 37. Next, minus 3 into minus 37, triple 1. 7 into 3, 21. 9 plus 2, 11. Okay, 0 plus triple 1, triple 1. Next, minus 3 into triple 1, minus 333. If we are adding minus 326, this is the remainder. So, constant x square, x cube, x power 4. X power 4 minus 3x cube plus 12x square minus 37x plus triple 1 is the quotient. And remainder is how much? Minus 326. So this is by Harner's method. If you divide by actual division, also you are getting same quotient and same remainder. So this is the Harner method.